Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Thursday afternoon. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. Starting off with some sky cams. This one's from the Barron Weather Institute on our Arctic Air Skycam network. Taking a look at Ditto Landing, looking right at Hobbs Island in the Tennessee River. There south of Huntsville, 89 degrees right now with a dew point of 74. A lot of clouds starting to build in across the area too. You see that here on our Summertown Skycam. And you see some of those clouds starting to billow up a little bit. There are some showers that are starting to get going across the area. Right now, 90 degrees in Summertown with a dew point of 75. It's going to make it feel over 100 degrees. Here's a look at our live Viper radar. We do have a few showers that are starting to pop up. The majority of the activity is east of Interstate 24 right now, north of Chattanooga near Soddy Daisy, and that will continue on its way east, along Interstate 75. But over here, we're just dealing with some very spotty shower activity. One cell that's trying to get going right on top of Loretto right now, but the bulk of the activity is down here across northwestern Alabama right now. Got a hefty cell, nice little downpour just to the west of Killen near Center Star. That should stay to the east of Florence right now. Got another one that's just to the southeast of Russellville between Highway 24 and Highway 243. Nice little hefty downpour right there in Franklin County. No lightning in these yet, but we do anticipate storms to develop later on across our area. The other issue today is that continued heat, but believe me, today is the last day that we are dealing with this. We have a cold front moving in tomorrow that's going to usher in some cooler air, but one more day of those hot temperatures. Heat advisory in effect for most of our area. The exception is Hardin County in the Savannah area and Iuka down there in Tishomingo County, Mississippi. You are still under that extreme heat warning. That's where you could see those heat index values over 110 later on today. Most areas here, though, in the Tennessee Valley, we'll see those heat index values between 100 and about 105, maybe 106. Current temperatures right now, I will say this is a lot better than what we dealt with yesterday and the days prior. It is only 87 degrees at the Huntsville Airport right now, 88 in Athens, 88 in Fayetteville, 91 in Pulaski and Columbia, 90 here in Lawrenceburg, 91 in the Shoals, and 90 over in Iuka. So we are starting to see some better trends in the temperatures where we're not as hot right now as we were a couple of days ago. Here are those heat index values right now. Feels like 99 in Huntsville, 102 in Fayetteville, 100 here in Lawrenceburg, 104 in Hohenwald, feels like 106 in Florence, and 104 over there in Savannah. The heat index values today, roughly around 105 as an average across our area. There will be some spots that get a little bit higher than that and some spots that stay a little bit lower, but there is relief in sight. Look at that. We see that dip in not only those air temperatures, but those heat index values as we have that cold front that will be moving in later tomorrow. This afternoon, only some pop-up showers and storms are anticipated. We did lower our rain chances down to 40% today, so there will be a lot of spots that just stay hot and dry and muggy, but others will see some of those showers and storms track on through. Hometown forecast across southern Tennessee, roughly the mid-90s can be expected. 95 in Chapel Hill today, 93 in Linville and Pulaski, 94 in Fayetteville, 93 here in Lawrenceburg, and 95 degrees in Waynesboro. Across the state line, tad bit warmer, 92 in Hazel Green and Meridianville, 95 in Huntsville, 96 in Decatur, 93 in Hartselle and the Falkville area, 95 in Moulton, 96 in Muscle Shoals and Florence, 92 degrees over there in Waterloo. If you're heading to dinner this evening, just like the past several nights, have that umbrella handy just in case. I still think that the shower and storm potential is on the widely scattered category. We're not expecting anything overly numerous or widespread out there. Temperatures still staying warm, though, 88 by 7 o'clock, 85 degrees by 8 p.m. with those shower and storm chances starting to dwindle down as we lose our daytime heating. Overnight lows tonight still staying mild and muggy. Mid-70s can be expected across the area. 75 in Lawrenceburg, 77 in Loretto, and Ardmore, 75 in Athens, and 74 degrees in Russellville. Tomorrow, a lot better relief from the heat. We stay in the 80s for the most part. Cannot completely rule out a spot getting up to 90, but just expecting mid to upper 80s. And again, maybe some places getting close to 90 degrees, 91 in Decatur, 88 in Huntsville, 85 in Fayetteville, 84 in Lawrenceburg. Slightly higher chances for those showers and storms on your Friday. So let's talk about it. We'll go through your futurecast here, starting off with today. Those showers and storms continuing to develop across the area. And you see here, just depicted, it's not really overly widespread. There will be showers and storms that pop up, and you could be the lucky spot that gets them, but we're not expecting much of the way of big-time coverage with those showers and storms continuing into your evening hours here. And there still might be some that linger into the late evening hours, just like what we saw last night and the night before. You could get this kind of revamp of those showers and storms as we get past that 9 to 10 o'clock hour. Through the overnight, though, we should be mostly dry, just dealing with some cloud cover. We'll have increasing clouds on your Friday morning with that frontal passage. Once we get into noon, I think we already start to see a little bit more shower and storm activity pop up as opposed to what the model is showing here. But it does pick up things once we get into your afternoon hours. And you can see here how we're expecting some better coverage of those showers and storms. With that front coming through, that's a little bit more lift in the atmosphere to work with. So that's why we anticipate slightly better coverage of those showers and storms. I will say it looks like the better chance of those showers and storms might just stay south of the Tennessee state line for your Friday. Something we'll have to keep a close eye on. Once we get into your Saturday morning, that's starting off midnight going into Saturday, still some lingering showers and storms, but the overnight period should be mostly dry. And then on Saturday, we actually have a lower chance of those showers and storms as the front continues to push on through. That's going to limit our rain potential on your Saturday. Recreation forecast, this is going to be a good weekend to get to go outside and do some things. The exception might be Sunday to an extent. Temperatures are looking fantastic, though. 84 on Saturday in southern Tennessee. Joe Wheeler State Park over there near Florence, 85 degrees. 82s and 81s on Sunday, but that might come with a little caveat, and that is rain chances start to bump back up just a little bit on your Sunday. Back up to a 50-50 shot. And then once we get into early to middle part of next week, we're just dealing with those kind of hit or miss showers and storms. Let me kind of break things down a little bit for what happens Sunday and then eventually into next week. We have something that could not only lower our temperatures even more, but increase our rain chances for your Sunday. This is Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Notice this area high pressure right here. When it's situated up here, it allows for some air to flow back down the backside of the Appalachians. This is what we call a cold air wedge or cold air damming effect. You can get that during the winter time, and that's why we get some of those ice storms across northeastern Alabama. You get some precipitation with some of that cooler air that filters in. Same situation here with the air mass. It's just going to be, instead of dropping it down into the 20s during the wintertime, we're talking about maybe getting down into the upper 70s for the beginning of August. So we'll watch and see how this high pressure kind of maneuvers. And right now it looks like it will nudge its way into northeastern Alabama. That will not only lower the temperatures, but it will increase our rain chances most likely for your Sunday. So that's why we bump things up to a 50-50 shot. It allows a little bit more forcing in the atmosphere to get some of those showers and storms going. That kind of removes its effect to an extent going into your Monday. Still dealing with kind of those pop-up showers and storms across the area. And then once we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, a little bit of some moisture being pulled in from the Gulf. That could increase rain chances across parts of the southern Appalachians and into the Great Smoky Mountains. Still holding on to some of those shower and storm potential over in our neck of the woods. But the other story will be going into the middle of next week. We do see that return of the heat. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast for southern Tennessee. Again, we're dealing with those hot temperatures today, but relief is in sight. Temperatures stay in the 80s for the next several days, then eventually getting up into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees on Wednesday. Northwest Alabama and northeastern Mississippi, here's your 7-day forecast. Same situation, just a little bit warmer because you're not going to be really seeing that effect from the cold air wedge potentially going into the weekend, but still expect temperatures generally in the low to mid 80s for your Sunday, and then eventually getting back up into the upper 80s and lower 90s on Tuesday and Wednesday. And finally, the Huntsville metro area forecast, 82 degrees for your Sunday. That could be a little generous right now, especially if we see a lot more shower and storm activity and some more impact from the wedge. It honestly could just stay in the 70s all day for your Sunday, which would be very, very nice for the beginning of August. But you too will start to increase those temperatures going into the middle part of next week, 89 on Tuesday and 92 degrees on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to have another check on your forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Thursday afternoon.
You're watching the